And welcome to Bubba Park here in Port Moresby for another round of Pepsi Capital Rugby Union. It's round 12 on a nice Saturday afternoon. I'm your commentator, Peter Passau, for this afternoon's live stream. I'll be joined by Benjamin Rapilla, my co-commentator. And we're going to bring you the action for this afternoon. Currently on at the moment is an A-grade fixture between Crusaders in the blue and green and Nova in the gray and blue. Pretty tight match, Benji. But both teams will appreciate the conditions are pretty hot maybe 5-10 minutes ago, and now they've cooled down considerably, especially with that sun, that hot Moresby sun.
Yeah, and coming up next, we will have the Premier Division for both teams that are currently, and as you hear the full-time siren go off for the A-grade match. So the the first Premier grade match this afternoon will start shortly. But the Wanderers will be searching for their first win still in the 2025 season. Hopefully they can pull off something special and walk away the winners. Crusaders, again, will be looking for points, especially towards the back end of the season. These wins and these points will be crucial, especially the bonus points. So yeah, they will be looking to also further cement their spot at the top of the table.
Yeah, those teams playing that are in contention of a final spot, time to get serious this part of the season, running all the way to the end. It's about 8 or 7 games left. So if you're going to make your move, you're going to have to make it right now, here, today. That's where it starts. Crusaders, one of those teams that are in contention. They're in 7th spot at the moment. They can still make the 6th. They're just outside. And as for Wanderers, Benji, you said it. Yet to get a win. I think they're on 2 wins, actually. Yeah, 2 wins.
Oh,
surprisingly. And they've lost 7, and they've drawn 1.
okay, so
they've made a good fist of it, considering the fact that they've been struggling most of the year. So, yeah, I know it seems like they haven't won a match, but
yeah, I stand corrected.
They snuck in 2 wins somewhere when we weren't looking. So, good on them. Maybe they can sneak one in this afternoon.
Yeah, I mean they have some good players in the forward pack and the backs as well. Good experience, so they can just be on their best today, then who knows what could happen.
Yeah, they've got some great individual players and guys who really toil hard, and they're quality players. It's just a matter of putting it all together as a team. I almost want to call this game. It's some pretty good action out there. A lot of intent. Skill-wise, probably not the best, but that's something that can be improved.
So yeah, that was the final play. That concludes the A-grade match. Coming up next, you have the first of 2 Premier grade matches here this afternoon at Bava Park, Field 1.
And as if on cue, the sun's come out again. Those clouds have pulled apart, and the sun is now blazing down here. But it's not a hot sun, mind you. It's a comfortably not as humid. So the comfortability rate, if that's or factor, if that's even a thing, is just about right for players. Yeah.
I agree with you. And yeah, it's slightly windy as well, as you can see from that feather banner there. So the usual breeze coming from that Bavaroko side.
Yeah, that's a traditional end where the breeze comes from. With all these fields in the Vicini Sports Precinct, if you're facing Barocco, you've got the wind behind you. If you're facing Tarama Valley, you're running into the wind, more or less. And I call it an easterly breeze, but I've been told that the traditional name for it is the Lahara. I don't know, am I close to that, maybe?
Well, I just learned something new, so could be right.
Okay.
Yes, we're still waiting for both teams to take the field, but What do Wanderers need to do to upset this Crusaders team who have been playing well as well?
I think the foundation of every good performance is competing well and defending even better. That's basically it. Then opportunities open up for you, and if you're good enough on the attack, you can make use of whether they come in 5s or 3s.
Yeah, I agree with you, Peter. I also think that the Wanderers need to start fast. They can't play catch up with this Crusaders team. It's you know, you have to be mentally really strong to to claw back leads, and I think the Wanderers, if they were to walk away the winners, they need to start fast, score some points whenever they're on offer, and just do the little things right.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? If I'm a Wanderers player, we've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
We're out of contention, even though we have about 7 rounds left. You should act like you got nothing to lose, and that way you don't play with too much pressure on your shoulders and give it a red hot go. See where you get after 40 minutes. And we're going to take a short break, have some messages put out while both teams get their prep up and running.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holding my walk one time, giving wings to our dream. That it's so on high, so high in the sky. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. It's our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. Let's be part of something wonderful. Strong in life, belong in me. Stretch him, sing down, belong all family. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 yeah. Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holding my walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Welcome back to Barber Park for the first Premier Grade fixture of this afternoon. Pepsi Capital Rugby Union, that's around 12. Both teams, Crusaders and Nova, about to run out onto field 1. There they are, both teams running out. Nova on the left in the gray and blue. Crusaders on the right, green and blue. Well, it looks like it's Nova. I was under the impression we were going to be seeing a Wanderers team. Okay.
Yeah, no, it is a Wanderers
Oh,
team.
that is Wanderers. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Apologies. What does Nova look like again? What's their jersey
I
colors?
think they have similar colors, but
The
yeah.
same colors, but a different design.
Mhm.
Okay, so Wanderers.
Yes, the Wanderers taking on the RUSWIN Crusaders here this afternoon in the Premier Grade Division.
More at stake for Crusaders because they're currently just a spot outside the sixth. The sixth, they're in seventh spot. And Wanderers find themselves all the way at the bottom of the table. So as I said earlier, Wanderers have the mentality, or they should be playing with the mentality of they've got nothing to lose, so have a good go. And I think they will do that. And the kicker here is the 10, Charlton. Strikes it, goes deep. It's a wobbly one. Takes some catching very comfortably in the hand, though.
Yeah, that's Koram that caught that ball. And the number 8 for Crusaders.
Yeah, he makes it up just a couple of meters short of that 10-meter line, their side of the field. That's a really long pass back for a good wind-up. Kick by the halfback, nice. Taken on the full, though. Shows it, takes the line on. They're going to go through. This is Elisha Singut. And watch for him. He will have a lot of handles, a lot of touches today. For a second row, he gets a lot of touches. Very fit man as well.
No, I think there was a Foster Master.
Oh, that's Foster Master. So
Master
Elisha will be in the
orange
orange headgear.
You're correct.
That's
Great.
right. That is right. Because Foster is he's big. He's big, thick upper body and lower body, and Elisha's a little slimmer, just a little, not by much.
But yeah, great work at the breakdown there from, I believe it was the number 9, able to get that penalty for his team. First chance for Crusaders to put points on the board.
Yeah, that's a big plus. If your halfback can get you penalties at the breakdown, that's a plus. That's an added bonus. Normally you'd expect your loose forwards to be hunting around that area of the field. Halfback's just there to pick it up and pass it, but some halfbacks, they don't shirk the workload. They go straight for it. Crusaders with this throw-in. Nicely taken at the front. Pop pass is comfortable. They've got the back line set. And he's taking on the defensive line himself. Made a few meters as well. Going through and making yards. This is good signs for Crusaders. They keep attacking this right side. Going through the hands. Clyde Lome, I believe, has got the headgear on. Another player to watch. Always creates stuff. Penalty. Crusaders at the breakdown. What are they going to do? Looks like it's going to be a tap.
Yeah, it looks like Crusaders will be tapping and going. There comes to Sindra. Tucked his head down. Is met in a strong tackle.
Still have it harried a little bit there from the base of the ruck, but they've got a little bit of an overlap. They get the ball out quickly. If they can just pass it straight.
The pass, the pass was ruled to have gone forward, but yeah, referee playing advantage for offside.
And if that pass had gone back or was a legal pass, that would have been played on, and they would have gone over. Could have gone over for a try, but they still have the ball, Crusaders. He didn't tap it, and they ran out. So the arms out. We might go all the way. Grounds
Yes!
it. And that was the halfback for Crusaders.
First try, great work.
That's William Greer. No? Okay, we gotta get the names right.
I think that's Clint Mayum, but as you see in the Kinect replay, the number 9 there, he didn't actually tap it yet, and the line from the defensive line rushed up, but yeah, he spotted some space. He moved to the right. He was able to get down the first 5-pointer for the Crusaders.
Yeah.
We still have to get a name on that halfback. But yes, Crusaders, first opportunity and first blood as they opened the scoring here this afternoon.
Yeah, just going back to that try. So before he even tapped it, a bunch of Wanderers players rushed out to his left. There's about 6 of them. And they preempted him. He just took the option. This conversion is not successful, so that's going to be 5-0. That's what it remains as. Crusaders in the lead. Just over 4 minutes gone in this first half of this Premier Grade fixture between Crusaders and Wanderers. Oh, that's a nice high restart. Very good quality. And they get it back as well. This is Singut. And Maso is just hanging off as the first man to take a hit up. No, a little bit of a trick play there. They go pick it straight up from the ruck. And he takes a while to get down. He eventually goes down. And now Maso has it. Puts a forearm out there.
Oh,
and that's
but
not a good idea. Yeah, very clear. Not a good idea. He's trying to bump him off, but he used cocked the forearm. And he's put some hurt on that tackler. He can't do that.
Yeah, put pretty much a forearm straight to the face or to the neck of Quaram. He's getting back up gingerly to his feet. Foster Maso saying there was no malice in that, no ill intent.
Yeah, I think it's really a reflex type of action, so something you might need to just keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's just a penalty for now.
Yeah.
Crusaders again will have the ball just outside the 22 for Wanderers.
Their lineout has been good. They took a really clean one on the other side of the field. And I think that they probably would be able to do that again unless Wanderers have got a read on them. Nope, it's still clean. Goes out to the back. This is Guria. I think he's passed it on to his inside man. That's second 5. He's taken down, but he's going to recycle it easily enough. They're inside territory, in the territory of Wanderers, so that's a big plus. They've been actually playing in there for the last, well, most of this first half that's kicked off.
Here's Frank Gabi.
Nice. Kick through has been charged down, so. Well, what do you know? They've come back for a lineout which they took, the last lineout they took not that long ago.
Yeah, almost next to the same spot, but just around the 22. The Crusaders, they go short once again, but this time Elisha Singut reads it well.
Yeah, and Jambet was the man who threw it in.
That kick, a wayward kick.
Okay, watch for Lome. This is his support, the winger on the short side. Now Lome has it, puts a fend on. He's like that, he can do that. Turns it back in. And I call him the glide because he is very good with that passing game. They're going to go over again. Just like that, Crusaders. That looked too easy, Benji.
Yeah, I agree with you. Clyde Lome just making
2 touches, I think, or 3. We'll have to see the replay, but that's what he can create.
Yeah, he created a try out of nothing, so a great work from Lome.
Kinect replay will show Lome going across. He's got the hands with the ball held in both hands and out, so defense kind of stops a little bit, and then he touches it twice before he gets a pass on to the man who was that flick pass. You know I'm a big fan of the flick pass, Benji. Not, but it worked this time.
Yeah, great work from Lome. He has, you know, he has a certain style of running with the ball, so he's able to get those hands free. So he was able to, you know, get that pass away right at the end. But again, great individual effort from Lome to create that second try for the Crusaders. The score is now Crusaders 10 leading the Wanderers. Yet the score, the conversion is unsuccessful once again. So the score remains RUSWIN Crusaders 10 leading the Wanderers yet to score.
Charlton with this restart. He had a good restart the last time he scored. This one's also a good one, but not as high. But the hits are coming in, though. He's bounced away from them. This is the open side for Crusaders. That's Simon, according to my list. Zachariah Simon. Kick goes downfield. Fielded easily enough. Oh, puts a little step on him. Dummied with the kick. He's into open spaces now. He's going to have to check it because there's a whole A lot of green jerseys in front of him. He hands it off to Foster Masso. That's a good idea. Foster's a big unit. He's going to settle it for you. This one's taking a while to come out. Finally does. Going through the hands.
Solid contact, but he's still going. Great work from the 7-4. It says Gideon Haro here, but
You know Gideon?
yeah, that didn't look like him. I think.
Oh, good news for Wanderers. They get a penalty.
Yep.
Center field, halfway. Not
No
releasing.
clear release.
Yeah. So the possession stakes us evening up a little bit, although territorially, Crusaders have played more of this game in the opposition half, but Wanderers can work to even that a bit more. I'm looking at the match stats. We've got 2 tries to Crusaders, penalties conceded, naught. Haven't seen too many of those. Possession, though, is heavily in favor of Crusaders.
Yes. The possession is definitely been one-sided, but Wanderers can claw it back.
Not with passes like that, but that's a good recovery there. Picked up by the center, and he's going to make some headway before they go to the right.
That's Charlie in the 12 for Wanderers.
Zane Charlie.
Zane Charlie.
Sindra. They could put some pressure in on this breakdown. Side entry probably, yeah. Singud couldn't help himself. He had the right idea. He just came in from the side, not directly behind the last man's feet. Although, we didn't see a last man's feet there. I thought he was splayed horizontally, so. And that kick for touch is a decent one. Past the 10-meter line, Wanderers territory. And this line out for Crusaders has been functioning nicely. They've won, I think they've just lost one of their line out so far. Jambet with that throw, and he's got it zeroed in. He goes to the back, and it's pinched. Maybe they should stick to the front. Wanderers now, heavy contact, ball lost. Quorum gets it, and he promotes it. And this is what Crusaders can do. Yes, Lome shrugs off one defender, comes back infield. He's still on his feet. He's getting close to that 20-meter line. They go to the left. Pass finds no one. Sindra's got it, and he gives it back to the opposition.
Referee ruled that advantage was gained, so it's a new knock-on advantage to Wanderers.
That's great. That is good. Continuity, I like that.
Must have spotted an error somewhere, so he's calling it back. But yes, Wanderers will have the scrum feed. We haven't seen the first scrum of the match yet, so this will be a good indicator of where both teams are with their scrums.
Yeah. I think Wanderers have a decent enough scrum. It's just as the match wears on, they tend to fade a little bit, but that's to be expected. And scrummaging is all about focus and timing and power, but you get those first two attributes right, and the power will be good when it does come in. Now they got the engagement.
I think the front row collapsed, so they will reset this scrum.
Wanderers feet, but they're all standing pretty much in a flat line. Slight angle to it.
I think it's because I think they're expecting a kick, so the kick chase is all on side. It would be the ideal option as well.
Yeah, you'd think it was the way they're aligned, but I wouldn't put it past the halfback from doing something on his own, which he does. He goes there and then he passes it out to a very big winger who tosses it back infield, and then they throw it all the way back and they lose about 25 meters. That's yeah.
And then they knock it on.
Well, there you go. There you go. You still got a man down.
I think it's the number 9 that's down.
He got flung to the ground. He was getting swung back as he was throwing that ball. desperately back, hoping for someone to pick it up. And he didn't have any control of it. And he didn't have any control of where he was headed to. So he's hit the turf pretty hard. What do you think, Benji? Winded? Maybe a little concussed?
Yeah, probably concussed or probably fell awkwardly on a shoulder or. That's the number 9 for Wanderers, Harry, according to our list.
Well, they were on the cusp of starting something there. They had a good hard run by the man on the edge. And I thought he was a forward who was straight a little bit on the edge, so he happened to be in a good position, but he wasn't. I think that is their winger. He just happens to be the size of a forward. That's a big plus. If you have a winger who's, big, contact's going to be good for him because he'll keep the ball moving forward, hold him up long enough for the support to arrive or break tackles and cause more havoc. And he did that on that occasion, and he got a pass back into his halfback. But Harry has been flung to the turf, and
He's back to his feet, so that's a good sign.
Oh, that's good.
You can see him walking back there.
Yeah, so my guess probably just got a little winded. Probably knocked the air out of his sails. But he's back up and running. But I got to say, that pass going back, they lost about 20 plus meters on that. That was probably would have been better served if he held on to the ball. But he was probably thinking about attack. Let's keep this alive.
I also believe he was also a bit isolated as well. So he just wanted to get the ball back to his.
He wanted to get it back to the gray jerseys, wherever they were on the field.
But yes, Crusaders will have the loose head feed. No points yet for the Wanderers. They will be looking to defend their try line once more.
Yeah, those wingers for Wanderers. The 14 is Jason Ovia, and the 11 is Kelly. That's the name we have on the list.
We have a long arm penalty.
Well, that's good. A long arm could only mean one thing: Crusaders' dominance, forcing Wanderers into an error, technical error as it might be. That's still come about by the actions of Crusaders' tight 5, and they want another scrum. They want to drive home that advantage, or maybe get a psychological edge, which is good. That long arm, a lot of teams would probably have chosen to kick for the sideline and get a line out very close to that try line, as close as they could. I think, which is standard 5 meters, right? They don't do those line outs with a meter or half a meter from the try line anymore. So. Engagement is good. That Wanderers push, though, is even better.
Yeah. Great scrum from Wanderers.
And just like that, they've won back the ball. That's great. Elisha Singer clapping the hands. He knows they've done a good job to win that one back. So just when Crusaders thought they had the drop on Wanderers in terms of the set piece, Wanderers have pulled something out of the hat, surprised them a little bit. This is Charlton. Finds it past halfway. No, just before halfway. With Gabby providing some assistance to the linesman, letting him know it's not on our side of the field, it's 5 meters in on their side.
Great take from Singut.
Yeah. Nice straight hard run. Support needs to come in quickly. And it does quickly enough, but they're going to go back to the line out for this penalty long arm, is it? Yeah, something's happened at the line out.
I think one of the Singut was taking out in the air at the line out.
Well, it's 10-0 Crusaders. They got a couple of really good tries, well constructed. Some of them, especially Clyde Loma's involvement in the back line is really making an impact. And 10-0 up. But Wanderers with Singut at the front of the lineup win theirs. And now they're going to try and crash this one through the middle. They go to the right, running some big bodies there. Man in the 2 jersey for Wanderers, Dylan Hebe. Made some good yards. Foster Maso, now he learns how to bump guys off without using the forearm.
They're making yards.
They are. And they choose to go to the right. So they're throwing a few of their big bodies at this defensive line that Crusaders have. Something's been pinched, but that man was offside, and he was. He should have come through the last man's feet, through the gate. He didn't. He just walked around, picked it up. Probably thought the ball was free and available. Sometimes the referee's going to call, it's free, you can have a go. But if he doesn't say it, it's probably better you leave the ball alone. Long arm penalty. What are Wanderers going to do? They trail by 10. In the shadow of one of these towers. Tap is taken. This is Hebe. He's going to be used as a battering ram today. I can tell already. They go the short side.
This is Haro. He looks to be taken high, but the referee's okay with it.
They fling it out.
That pass.
Yeah, it bounced off Singut, but it went back, and Foster Maso has it.
Yeah,
Singut comes in and supports. They go to the left. They've got a line out, set up. This man decides to go back infield. This is the fullback, I believe.
Kamburi.
Kamburi. They keep going this edge. They're outnumbered, actually. That's the 7, Gideon Harrow. No, I've been told that's not quite Gideon Harrow, but the team list says it. Anyway, Foster Maso. Running at a slight angle, gets picked up, almost shoveled into the ground. No arm comes out, so that's fine. They go to the right. Hebe again, is that?
No, that's PL.
That's PL. Yeah, I expected PL to get a few touches himself. He's a good runner. He's a good carrier of the football. Singut tries to take a quick tap. He's called back to the mark. He did take it behind the referee, though, so I think the referee's back was turned to him. That's probably why he's...
And the Crusaders' try line hasn't been really tested yet. Defense hasn't really tested, so now will be a good chance. So let's see what the Wanderers can do. They have set up some, pods both sides, left and right.
It's going to be predictable. They're going to run their good players at this line.
Elisha Singut.
Oh, yeah.
Solid contact.
Yeah, he got jolted, and the ball's been lost at the rock. It's play on. Crusaders' defense on point. Wanderers have to scramble again, get back on the defensive. Well, that's going to waste a lot of time, but Lome cuts straight through. He's got a break now. He's looking for support. He's over halfway, flicks it out the back. I keep talking about that flick pass. It'll work most times, or sometimes. Oh, this is a nice regather here. He's got the pass away. They've got a try brewing. They're going to go all the way. It's the man in the 23 jersey for Crusaders. Get a name on that gentleman, but he has benefited from some really good play from his number 14. That was James Kake for Crusaders, who started off with a little kick, but Lome actually got things going. He lit the fuse with a good break before he flicked it out loose, but they picked it up and they carried it on. That was 14, James Kake, and then the man in the 23 jersey, Moses Daure. I have on the list here, so he gets a try. And there I say it, Crusaders are up to 3 tries, 15 on the board, kick to come. They've missed the first 2 conversions. This one's an easy one. It's a gimme. Could almost do it blindfolded or even left-footed. Either way, take your pick. You better not miss this one. He's going to make me a fool. Okay, I'm not a fool. Great stuff. He's got it at 17-0 in front. Crusaders, 22 minutes into this first half. And the Connect replay shows it. Kake throws the pass back infield, and once that man got it, Daure, he had eyes for the line. He wasn't going to be stopped, and the defense, well, they just ran out of numbers. And he goes comfortably under the uprights and grounds it. Well, lays down easily. It's a good contest on that restart. Wanderers have it. Knock-on advantage their way.
Wanderers need to be the next team to score.
Goes without saying. Definitely need to get some points. Can't keep conceding points. They need to score some of their own. This is Maso runs straight into Sindra and makes some good meters.
Strong run.
Yeah, key player for Wanderers. Every time he's on the field. Singlet is lining up on the left. He won't get it quite. That's PL. Throws it back. Now Singlet has it. Can he draw and pass? Yes, he can.
I think this is Otto Peter.
Otto Peter. Ball goes back. They found a knock on though. The ball did go back. Maybe it collided with another gray jersey before it continued traveling backwards. Good phase of play though for Wanderers. Give them some confidence. They've conceded 3 tries. They're 17-0 down. 24 minutes, or we're at the 24th minute mark this first half. Pepsi Capital Rugby Union, round 12, Premier Grade. Crusaders, green and blue. Wanderers, grey and blue. Scrum goes down. No one is adjudged at fault. Might be some concern here. The front row seems to have stayed down. Could be a hooker. Those men in the middle. They're really the tie that binds the front row hookers. They do a lot of pushing, but both bookends anchor it for them, and then they add that extra push. They also do the hooking. Do they still hook, Benji?
Yeah, they do.
Still hook?
Yep.
I just thought the scrum, the feet is angled towards them, makes it a lot easier. But if you really have to hook,
They angle it towards them, but they still have to.
yeah, still have to get it on the foot.
Yep. The hookers still have to hook it to the second row and to the back row. But yep.
Some indecision here from halfback. Ooh, that's a nice kick,
It's a
though.
great kick.
Yeah, skirts the sideline before it goes out inside
Great.
Wanderers territory. Now they're getting themselves into a little bit of bother here because
Great
they're
ball.
trying.
Great chase.
Yeah, they're trying to keep it alive. Make a mess of it.
That's a great defensive effort from the number 9 for Crusaders. First of all, he put that great kick in, and also to chase that ball down, and to also chase down 2 ball runners and tackle them as well. That was a great individual defensive effort from, I think that's Clint Mayum.
Yeah, listen, I know ball in hand is always preached in rugby. Sometimes you need to just bring in the kick. Connect replay shows this. They wanted a quick throw in. They put themselves in this kind of pressure. And then they just compounded it by refusing to put it to boot. They wanted to just regain it somehow. They ended up making an error. Scrum, Crusaders. It's about 30 out, 5 in from the grandstand side. Crusader scrum's actually being put under pressure, and
Wow.
they conceded a penalty. That's a great effort from Wanderers. They've done
Yeah,
it
Wanderers.
twice now.
This Crusaders pack have been really struggling at scrum time. Wanderers have shown that they can really scrummage.
Now, referee has given them some instructions and told them where they've gone wrong. Sindra, Bruno Sindra, biggest man on the pitch for Crusaders. He's also the leader of the pack, literally and figuratively. He's going to tell he better tell his teammates that they need to do a better job at scrum time. Size-wise, they're matching Wanderers. Maybe it's a matter of focus. They're just not focusing at the right time. This kick for the sideline is a good one. Gets it on halfway or thereabouts. So they're starting to get some parity in this at scrum time, or at least they're exerting themselves, winning against the feed. And the lineouts, they haven't been too shabby either. Elijah Singlet at the front.
PL with the throw in.
Singlet gets it nice and cleanly, really uncontested. Inside ball there, running at an angle, and he gets pushed back a few meters. So they've lost some ground, but they still have it. Hebe. I think this would be Hebe's 6th carry of the day. This is what happens when you, oh, this play on, is it? Looks to be play on. This is going to be the 4th try. The 4th try for Crusaders, just like that. The play had not died. Everyone stopped after that mistake. The referee said it's still alive if a Crusaders player picks it up and doesn't make a mistake, and he continued. Ran straight through the Wanderers players, just standing there like stunned mullets, looking at the referee thinking, are you going to call a knock on or what? Yes, but you guys made the knock on. It's still play on until the other team makes a mistake. Got to play to the whistle.
Yeah, there was an unfortunate error from Wanderers after that all that good work they did at the previous passage of play with winning that scrum, but it all came undone. Just probably just a lack of concentration. They just let that ball just come through, and Fred heads up play to get the try as well.
Yeah, staying alert. 22-0 with the kick to come. It could be 24-0. It's going to be 24-0. Benji, heading into this game, if I was doing the TAB or the odds, I would have had Crusaders 1-12, very conservative, but looks like they're blowing that out of the water. 24-0. Connect replay. He just picks it up. The referee hasn't blown his whistle, and he says play on. Everybody looked at the referee, even the fans.
Yeah, it's the thing. You have to play to the referee. You can't play the ball. You have to play the referee.
Well, they waited for some kind of signal, but you have to stay alert. Hopefully they've learned their lesson. This clearance is a good one.
Guria with another good kick.
As he got a hand on it, he's given himself up. Benji's given himself up. He could have just played dumb there and just played on, but now they've continued with the play, and they're going to go over again. Oh, this is a riot here at Barber Park, PEPSI CRU Rugby Union Premier Grade, round 12. Crusaders are acting like Crusaders. They are messing up Wanderers big time.
So they didn't kill the ball.
I think they're still stunned from the last try.
I think they need to. Yeah.
I'm not sure what's running through Wanderers players' minds collectively and individually, but they are not switched on, especially after conceding that last try. And now we have the man in the 12 jersey about to take the kick for Crusaders. That's Kevin Garby. Yeah, I was just going to say, he looks like a Garby. Built like one.
Yeah, body language from the Wanderers not looking really good after that last try. A lot of hands on hips.
Conversion is unsuccessful. The score was 24-0 before that last try, and with 5 points added on, that's 29. Yep, we got it. Crusaders just making a mockery. Some guy's trying to blow this this yacht off course. A little gust of breeze. Sorry, I'm talking about something else. Nautical stuff. Don't worry about it. Wanderers, they're going to have to do some determined sailing. Probably forget about the sails. Put the oars out and start paddling, because they are sinking. The restart very high, but it won't go 10 meters. Now, if it's played at, it's play on.
It's play on.
Oh, well, Kabi should have known that. Oh, the cardinal rule, if it doesn't go 10 and you're the receiving side, just leave it alone.
Yep.
Couldn't help himself, though. They're on a roll, Crusaders, but they might concede a try here if Wanderers
Great
can keep
footwork.
their wits about him. This is the 14, the man that's built like a tank on that right edge there.
And that ball looked like it was tapped down. We could see a card.
That's deliberate. We got the arm out. We got the long arm out.
So it's not a penalty. It's not a cynical play. It's just a penalty.
Ooh, he's lucky. He's lucky.
Yeah.
That was deliberate.
I thought that was a deliberate send-off. Sin bin for sure, but
That wasn't even an intercept attempt. That was a clear bat down. Cynical play. Should have been pinned. That's all right.
so yeah, Crusaders fortunate to still have a full team on the field right now. Wanderers, I think they're arguing that there was a tap down.
Yeah, they want Crusaders to get reduced by a man for that. Connect replay will show this, and it's pretty clear what he does at the ruck. Comes out, and then he just puts the arm out. So he's not trying to take an intercept. He's just trying to spoil or stop the play, disrupt it. That's a yellow card.
But just after a word with the referee, with the touch judge, the referee is still sticking to just a penalty.
That's fine. Hebe. Yes, the initial contact was good, and then he got forced back by a couple of defenders, 3 of them, I think. Maso gets nailed, but he stands his ground, and I think the tackler might have come off second best. Oh, okay, it's on now, it's on. Little knock on there, Crusaders.
Unfortunate for the Wanderers there, but yeah, knock on.
Looked like one of the Gabbies trying to pull off a big hit.
No, I think it was the second rower, the number 5.
Elijah Matthew. That's the name on the list here. 5, Elijah Matthew. Yeah, he really came in and gave it all his best, but Maso is going to take some putting down. You can't lay him out. You have to catch him when he's not aware or when he doesn't see you coming. And that Wanderers scrum is actually doing a good job on Crusaders, and they get the long arm.
They get the penalty.
Yeah, pushed them back, turned them inside, twisted them, and then dumped them. So something's working right for Wanderers.
Yeah, if anything, the forwards for the Wanderers have been doing a really great job so far in this match. They've been let down quite a few times by their backs, but the forwards have been doing really well.
And they call for another scrum, which makes sense.
Yep, they're playing to their strengths.
Yep. Now, I haven't seen anyone in the scrum getting yellow carded for repeat scrum infringement. So that's something that I haven't seen too often in this competition, but it's certainly something the referee can go to. If you cannot hold your end of the scrum, you keep committing the same infringement.
I think the verbal warning was given, so if the penalty still continues, then I'm sure the referee would resort to
and you know who gets the yellow card, right? It has to be one of the front rows. It can't be anyone else in the team. Those are the contact guys.
It can't be the 8-ball.
It can't be. If he gets the yellow card, that's very unfortunate. Anyway, Wanderers trying to cut back. This man actually ran into some space, and then if somebody picked him off, they come to the left. They haven't got many numbers. Clyde Lome on the job defensively. Monsters is opposite of the man who had the ball. Otto Peter, I think.
Yep.
And he's manhandled a little bit, pushed back. So they haven't made too many meters going forward. They regroup, going through the hands. That was a good option. They need support, though. Getting numbers at that breakdown. They didn't get enough in the end.
Yep.
And they had to cheat.
He was isolated as well.
You have to know your limits as a team. If you stray too far away from the pack, how long will it take for them to get to you? If you have that general information or that awareness, you won't stray too far. Instinctively, you'll run back towards center field where your support is. Having said that, your teammates need to get close to you and then get to you. Follow the ball. Back your man up.
We have a player that's down, so the St. John ambulance personnel here going over to assess the situation. It's a player from Wanderers, the 17. He's back to his feet.
Yeah, just shook it off.
Yeah, he looks like he's going to run it off.
If I'm Wanderers, I'm still happy with the way they've gone for the last 5 minutes. Even though they're behind 29-0, last 5 minutes they've at least won the territory battle. Haven't been always clinical with the ball, but they're keeping the play inside Crusaders territory. Crusaders, for their part, they're still on a high. They can attack from anywhere. They've shown that. They can score tries from deep or from inside that 22 Wanderers side of the field. Tap down is good. Kick downfield. He saw something. Sweeper coming across. And he'll send it back. Now, was he inside his 22 when he kicked it? Doesn't matter. It doesn't go out.
He's Gabi, Frank Gabi.
Good run from Gabi. They're going to try and slow it down. Another hard run. Crusaders, yeah, just not being clinical enough.
It almost looked like he was trying to put the ball down before he actually hit the ground. Very leaguish.
Yeah, he had the play worked out already in his head, and he was just going through the motion, but the timing. Perhaps a fraction of a second later, a bit, he would have hit the ground and then played it back. Still can't complain, 29-0 ahead.
Yep. And also, Wanderers will have the scrum now. Their scrum has had the upper hand over this Crusader scrum.
They get a long arm for some technical issue.
Is that angling? Yep.
Yeah, but that was very quick though. Usually you wait for the angling procedure to take effect before you give the penalty, but he saw that he was not in the right position heading into the scrum, and he pinged him for it. Again, Wanderers find themselves in Crusaders territory. Can they build something? Can they get some points before halftime? It's about a minute, just over a minute, minute and a half or thereabouts. Can they keep phases going? Can they keep their composure? Well, they haven't won the line out, so they've already failed on that account. And now Lome's got it. He gets outside his man, drawn pass. Daure gets it on the Kake. Kake leaves it behind, and it goes in front of him ahead. The kick downfield now. Does the advantage end? Yes, it does. Kick downfield. Now they want to play kickball. And this is that man who was on the other wing. And he's just throwing it out haphazardly. That's dangerous. Thankfully, they've knocked it on, Crusaders. Playing high-risk football there a little bit. Halftime siren goes. 29-0. They're still going to have this line out, though. Oh, is it a scrum? It's a scrum. Wanderers feed. It's going to be interesting to see what Wanderers come up with. Are they hunting points, trying to get something before they go in for the halftime break? Or will they just play it safe and have a few phases before they pull it back in and take the safe option, kick it out? I think you go for it. You've nothing to lose. Go for it.
Yeah, also with this lead as well. But you could risk points as well. So
that's the downside.
But you have to risk it for the biscuit. So yeah. 29-0. Wanderers yet to score. Crusaders comfortably in front. Wanderers with the scrum feed.
Yeah, it holds.
It holds.
Harry. They're working something, yep.
Oh, but offside.
Now someone on the Crusaders side wasn't focusing. Trying to sneak in before they were legally allowed to do so, before they had the right to, and penalty, long arm. So it's actually working out for Wanderers. They get another shot, this time in the way of a line out, which might take place just inside Crusaders territory. In fact, a good 7 meters inside. PL coming around to take the throw in. Heber's got the 2 on his back, but he's not throwing. It's PL who's going to be throwing. I think PL is scrumming at loose head as well. So skill-wise, he's got the throwing ability, so they've got him doing the throw-ins. That wasn't a good one. It looks like Crusaders might take advantage of this, unless Wanderers can clean up, which they do. And it looks like that is half-time. Here at Baba Park, Pepsi Capital Rugby Union in Port Moresby. It's round 12, the first Premier Grade match of this Saturday afternoon. It's Crusaders 29 leading Wanderers, yet to score. That's the score at halftime. That was 4 tries, 2 conversions. Benji, if you're going to correct me, you need to do it now.
I think it was 5.
Both sides going off field. They'll be just on the sidelines, close enough. But there you have it. That's the way the first half of play ended. 29-0. Crusaders ahead, looking comfortable. They might even add some more points in the second half. They could very well do that. Wanderers, they have a lot of work to do.
Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but met it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Each province tells Tumbuna stories their own way. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Laga, Bungim Yumi.
Bottle. Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but met it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle. Bottle. Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but met it. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Dreaming for more than a life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holding when the walk one time, giving wings to our dream. That it's so on high, so high in the sky.
We dare to believe in incredible things. With money plus we're ready to go.
It's our chance to building something new, to see a different point of view. Let's be part of something wonderful. Strong in life, belong in me. Stretch him, sing down, belong all family.
We dare to believe in incredible things. With money plus we're ready to go. We dare to believe in incredible
Welcome back to Barber Park for the, well, it's halftime here in the first Premier Grade fixture, round 12. Pepsi Capital Rugby Union. We're going to see some stats in a minute. Just to show the match stats. So that's 5 tries to 0. Crusaders doing it easy over Wanderers, who are toiling away, just not getting any reward. 5 tries, 2 conversions. Benji, and the possession it's still in favor of Crusaders, although Wanderers had a fair bit of the ball in the last 10 minutes, you would say. Penalties conceded, it's 10-7 to Crusaders. Handling errors, it's Wanderers edging that 9-7, but that's still a lot. That's 16 handling errors in total. Scrum wins now, Wanderers 3, and 2 of those were against the feet. To Crusaders 2. Lineouts, again, Wanderers having the upper hand there, 5-3. No yellow cards and no 50-22s, although I don't think anyone's really looking at that. Maybe some sharp young man with the ball at some point will try and do that. And Wanderers pack is doing the job. It's just the rest of the team that need to support all that effort. It's nothing more frustrating than being in a forward pack that does their job, dots their I's and crosses their T's, and then the back line comes in the Ferraris and messes everything up.
Yeah, I was mentioning it over the break that the forwards really competing against this Crusaders team, even having the upper hand over them, but it's just they've been let down by the rest of the team with the likes of Singut, Foster, Master, as well as PL, even Hebe taking a couple of strong runs as well, but it's just not really gelling for the rest of the team, you know. So yeah, hopefully they can string in a better performance in the second half, get some points on the board, and work from there. But yeah, again, there's just a bit of an imbalance with the performance with the forwards and the backs for the Wanderers.
Yeah, I think they just need a little spark to get them going. So if they can get some points, especially a try, or even a penalty goal, something to get on the board and break that egg, psychologically they'll get themselves back into this game. And they put in a lot of effort. It's just that they haven't been too good with the cohesion between the forwards and the backs, you would think, even though the forwards have been really going well. Who knows? Now that they've got the sun behind them, so the Crusaders will be running into the sun. They'll have that glare in front of them, so they might put them off a little bit. But whatever advantage Wanderers have in this second half, they're going to have to make the most of it and get on the board as soon as possible. First on the board would be great in this second half. It's about to start. I think that's Guria in the 10.
Yep, Guria in the 10 to kick off. Kick off in the second half.
And the whistle is blown. He's about to get it started. Guria. It's nice and high. That's going to get a good contest here. Clyde Lomet jumps. He doesn't quite get it. And Otto Peter has it. Over the ball. Good rocket form, though. Touch and go, really, but got to play to the referee's whistle. And the referee's call. I like referees who actually talk to players with quick instructions, barking out, telling them to stay, leave it, go, it's free, whatever. It helps a lot. That conversion's a nice looking one. That kick for touch, a really good one. Gets him up right on halfway.
So right at halfway, Joel PL, who's the captain, will throw in.
Sigurd at the front probably won't get it because it's going.
The throw-in wasn't straight. Yep.
Yeah, wasn't straight at all. I think it went a meter and a half to one side. That's unacceptable. You can forgive maybe 3 inches one way or 6 inches one way or the other. But a full meter plus, that's...
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, if it's straight for the first 5 meters, and if it sways to the left or right, then that's fine. But as long as the first couple of meters is straight, then that's...
So if it goes in straight, no problem. What it does after that first 5 meters, anybody's. All right, got it. I'm going to go ask the referee after the game, did you know that? And he will say, what? What are you talking about? No, I'm just kidding. All right, number 8, Quadrum. Gets the pass on. Ooh, that was going to be a hospital pass if ever there was one. He popped it up with the defense coming across. And that was a pass that says whoever gets it is going to get nailed.
Yeah, it was a great break there from Henry Quaram in the number 8 for Crusaders with that snipe down the blind side. Joel Piel goes short this time.
Yeah, Singlet with a good take. Now, they're still running hard into that middle channel there.
Yeah, the 12 has been really working hard, running some great lines. And here is Hebe.
Yeah,
Ball's
Hebe.
been ripped out, but the tackle was formed. Clint Mayu.
Was he onside?
Yeah, I think it was. I think he ran for 10 meters. Here's Maso still going, shrugging off defenders.
Well,
He's driven back.
it would be nice if Maso had some help. I mean, he stood long enough.
Yeah.
Everybody just stood around him.
Just he needed some support. There was like 5 guys on him.
They're probably egging him on. Go for it. Go for it. You're supposed to help him, guys. Okay. Wanderers, I'm not sure if they woke from that tongue lecture they got from Frank McAnally at halftime, but
Here's
They better-
Haro.
they better show something. Haro in the open space is the pass. Oh, that pass would have been great if he could get it away. Now Gabi's got it, and he gives it back to the opposition. So I think the advantage was over.
Yep, advantage over. The referee will rule a scrum. Gideon Haro still on the ground. Still, I think he was.
Yeah, he's holding a torso, so
I think it was a rib.
the midriff somewhere. He's gone down. He's gone down heavy because he tried to get the pass and he left himself in a vulnerable position. Yeah, you know, you got to make those decisions split second when you're in motion. And you're just thinking about the ball, trying to promote it. Sometimes self-preservation goes out the window. And he's hit the deck awkwardly. I'm thinking it's a winding. He's just winded. Give him a few minutes to recover. And then Galbi on the other end. Kinect replay will show here that they wanted to attack Wanderers, and he got it. He went through. He was in open spaces, looking for someone to pass, and yeah, Sindra just snapped him. Just got him in his most. He wasn't ready for that tackle. He came from behind, and it just surprised him a little bit. So he just, yeah, a shock maybe, and also hitting the turf didn't help.
Yeah, well, I think also the what made it worse was he also landed on his torso with Sindra's weight behind him
That's
as well.
right.
So that was also probably why he came off winded.
Yeah, that was not unintentional. Sindra knew what he was doing. He just put some extra ketchup on that hot dog. Well, the fans are vocal here at Bava Park. Not that many in number, but I guarantee you, as this day wears on, especially that second game, we'll see a few more. We're just over 5 minutes into the second half. Still an arm wrestle. That pass should have gone to the first man. It goes over his head. Doesn't matter. They're still going to promote it out to the left. Oh, nice. I've seen that move on NFL fields.
Yep.
I've seen that move. He probably took it out at the wrong part of the field. I mean, that's better when you're in the corner trying to get past the defender one-on-one, but not
Oh,
bad.
that jackal was. Oh, but no clear release.
Quaram, he had rights, but it was his teammate that had gone for the
No, I think
national
that's
cup.
Jack is on the field now in the white shorts.
In
One
the
for that-
16.
in the 16, one for that jackal. But I think there was no clear release.
Can he find it? No, he won't. Just a very hopeful kick there. He wanted to. Oh, two men almost collide. Nice little dummy flick.
Great
Bounce back
footwork.
in. He's done that a couple of times today. The fullback for Wanderers.
Yeah, Kamburi.
Kamburi, yeah. He's a tricky customer.
Erastus Kamburi. He's Foster Maso. He's really tried hard.
And okay, so this is Foster still walking around with 3 green jerseys on him, and the other guys are not supporting him.
Yeah, I think Foster just needs some support. Again.
That's a knock on by Wanderers. Hebe thought he was into open spaces. So again, a little disjointed from Wanderers. We're seeing Maso with a lot of good carries, and he's actually causing havoc. And he's actually a hard man to put down. He's keeping the ball going forward. The problem is his teammates probably not supporting him as well as they could. We've got number 16 coming on for Wanderers. That's David Kumbundu. I'm told that's not him, but we do have a replacement. We have a couple actually from Wanderers. So 8 minutes into this half, the changes being run by Wanderers. Tactical changes, obviously, to inject some energy back into the pack. But they really need to be the next to score. They need to find a way to get down deep into Crusaders territory, stay patient, and get some reward, whether it's through a penalty or scoring a try. Need to get something. 29-0. Doesn't look great on the report card. And Crusaders, have they snuck this one? It doesn't matter. They're getting pushed back anyway. That Wanderers scrum is pretty good.
Yeah. The Wanderers scrum really doing a number on this Crusaders forward pack.
Well, that's a worrying sign. I mean, if they were trailing, or if this was a closer match, that would be an issue for the coach. It's still an issue, but not as big when you're leading 29-0. But still, that's a weakness. It's a glaring weakness.
I agree with you, Peter.
Almost took a drinks break at the same time. We got to alternate.
It's a line-out throw-in for PL. They go short.
That's a hard tap down. They
It's
still
the
have it in
12.
midfield, yep.
Fell into that one.
That was Zane. Is that Zane
Yeah, I
Charlie?
think that's Zane Charlie.
What's his nickname at training? Is it Billy? If not, it should be.
Haro, dummies, one way. Goes back the other. He's taken.
Yeah, soft landing there for
Yep.
Haro. They almost just allowed him to go down the ground.
Isolated but off his feet. Kamburi with a short ball to Peter.
Jack has got him. Who are we passing it to, guys? You know, it might turn this into a positive. Is that PL? Backing his way over. I'd like to see the 14 for Wanderers. Junior Benjamin. He's big, and he can break tackles. Lome quickly. The pass goes to Benjamin. Lome gets him though. He hands it off. And this is the fullback, is it? Or is it
It's
the
the
16?
16. It's the new man.
New man.
In the highlighter, bright yellow highlighter tights. But yeah, penalty. Tackle was the tackle was completed when the ball was ripped out. So, but Sindra now. It's another penalty. What was it for diving?
Yeah.
Yeah, diving.
Well, we had points scored pretty early in the first half. Second half, not so much. Attacking rugby. Well, they're trying, but no points as of yet to add on to that halftime score. Wanderers should be the more desperate side. They're the ones trailing by a fair margin. 13, a man in the 13 jersey coming on, and I'm for Wanderers. And we've got a guy in a 9. Could it be
I think
19?
it's an 8.
Oh, it's an 8. All right. Well, half that 8 was missing, so it looked like a 9. I don't know. And he's going to line up at inside center. Second 5.
Okay, I think it's a full start.
Well, we got a new man with white shorts. That was a 13. He got it. And then from the line out, Foster. Foster doesn't jump, does he? Singlet would be the jumper.
That
Yeah,
there
it's
was
a
a
mess.
knock-on.
It's a mess.
Yep, it was a that throw-in didn't really find anyone from Wanderers, but fortunately for them, the Crusaders knocked it on, so it will be their scrum feed.
Is PL still on the field? He does their throwing.
Yep.
Is Hebe still on the field?
Yeah,
He's one of the
Hebe
lifters.
is still on the field as well.
Yeah, you can see him packing down at loose head. Sorry, tight head. Beg your pardon. What am I talking about? Loose head is on the left side. Wanderers scrum holding up.
I think it was for collapsing the scrum. It's just going to be the scrum just going to be reset. No penalty given.
Oh, Wanderers have got the back line a little deep, short, but it's deep. It's almost standing one behind the other. So they expect to win this. Crusaders are just content to hold on that 20-meter line and wait for things to unfold and then react. Wanderers have this. It's going to come out from the back. It goes through. The pass is good enough. Pass is the second pass from the first receiver. That was the one that should have found him, and it didn't. Pop pass is picked off.
Stay with him. Come on, go with him.
Crusaders now have it comfortably, but they might get some pressure at that rock. Halfback running crossfield, and then he kicks it. Doesn't find too much space.
It's
but
Gabi. But he was in front of the kicker the whole time.
Not by much. Come on, not by much. He did a good job. He's a front row. Give him a break.
That was a great take from a front rower. Yeah, Gabi, unfortunately in front of the kicker at that time. And also we have a substitution, the number 11 coming on for Wanderers. So he looks like a back replacement, and he'll be replacing one of the wings or someone in the back line. But yeah, it's a penalty for Wanderers. They the 16 to kick for touch, and touch is found just around the 30-meter mark. The last throw-in was okay, so it wasn't too okay. We'll see if they can correct their mistakes. I think, but the throw-in is good. Comes to the 13, out the back to Zane Charlie. He's taken in a tackle by Clyde Lome. I think the Wanderers players are.
They're saying high.
They're contesting. They're saying it's a high shot, but referee.
No, Lomet just rushed him. And,
Yeah, just rushed him.
Put him off the ball. You know, when you have somebody at the corner of your eyes coming at you and you're worried about it, you're not going to do your job properly, are you?
Yeah. We have another substitution, the number 3 for Wanderers coming on. He's replacing, I think that's Hebe, yeah, and the number 6 as well. So some fresh legs in this forward pack, replacing Otto Peter.
It downsized a little bit in the size department with that 6 coming on.
Yeah, so those substitutions, a bit, yeah, they're losing a bit of size, but hopefully they can make up for that with those fresh legs. Wanderers still searching the first points of the match. Clint Mayum with the feed for Wanderers. Also, Jerry Kevin, haven't seen much of him yet so far in this match. He's on the Crusaders bench. Mayum with the feed. They go to the blind side. Clyde Lome gives it on to, I think that's Kake. Tries to chip it ahead. Was that ball charged down? I believe so. Wanderers have the ball. Still have quite the distance to go to get to the try line, but here's one of the fresh legs, and he is drilled in a good shot. Comes to one of the replacement props. He goes straight down. It's a penalty. I think it was for offside. Wanderers have the penalty. They will kick for touch, but their throw-ins haven't been too good. I think PL? I think PL's still on the field, but he hasn't been throwing in. It's the number 17. I think that's Warea. Warea, or is it? Warea has been throwing in for, and again, not straight. That, yeah, the throw-in needs some work from Wanderers. I think PL should go back to throwing in. I think the new thrower has cost his team the ball for the last couple of throw-ins. Crusaders go for the scrum. And the number 8, Eddie Poe, one of the replacement for Crusaders, standing in at first receiver. Crusaders look to run this from just outside their 22. Mayum to Poe. Poe gives it to Gabi. Draws and passes. I think that's what the ball trickles into touch. Line out throw in.
Well, Benji, the plus for Wanderers, even though they haven't scored any points, is they haven't conceded any. So that's the base level. But they need to try and get on that board at some point if they want to at least be competitive on the scoreboard, or at least, you know.
Henry Quaram and Clyde Lome being replaced.
Clyde Lome being replaced. Okay, that shows you that Crusaders look like they think they got this one sewn up. And they're willing to risk running on their reserves, especially replacing a man like Clyde, because he can be devastating late in the game when fatigue sets in. It's just, you know, when you're fully fit and you start a match and you're still missing Clyde Lome on your defensive assignment, I mean, that says a lot, because later in the game he can tear you to pieces, but he's come off. So that means Crusaders technically know that they have this one, or at least they're confident in the men that are coming on to replace Clyde and the others.
I think it's also a bit of both as well. I think the Crusaders are sure that the result is in the bag, and you know, they don't want to risk. You know, they're one of the best players as well. It's good to have some other players get the experience as well.
I like that long-term thinking. Benji, coaching maybe at some point?
That pass.
That's terrible. That is a terrible pass.
Terrible from Jason Ovia.
Benjamin. I like Benjamin. They need to get him on one-on-ones. That's the 14 for Wanderers. And this man, too, the fullback, oh, he has done a great job. Is that?
I think that's one of the replacement forwards.
Okay. Sorry. My bad. But he's very active. He took that one a little high.
Yep, I thought that was a bit high from Gabi.
Although Gabi is getting the penalty. So what's happening there? Ruck infringement. A long arm. Serious enough to go with a full long arm. Even though the 9 for Wanderers was the one who copped the shot. PL just walking back. Asked the referee exactly what was that for, and then also added, did you see the one on my halfback? He got clipped around the jaw, neck area. What about that?
Quick tap and go from
Oh, a little bit of a get square there. They wanted to put
I
a
think-
shot on him. Did you see that?
Yep, I think there was
Yeah.
no arms in no arms in that no wraparound from. Is that PL? I'm not sure.
No,
I think
that's
it's a
not-
replacement.
Yeah. Just happened to be the same guy who hit the halfback. They wanted to exact some kind of retribution. All right, they go in. They go midfield now. Kevin James is on the field. Throws a pass. Ooh, that's nice
That's the
contact.
14.
That's Benjamin. That's my boy Benjamin. Good shoulder. They dropped it.
Yeah. Built like a tank.
Yeah. You know, he could almost be playing in the forwards. But I believe the reason why he's playing on the edge is exactly that. He can jam in when he needs to use his size. He's got pace, obviously. They don't put slow wingers out there, do they, Benji?
But yeah, he's also showed that there is he has a good some good footwork in him as well,
And he's got
as well as
aggression.
that size.
And just a nice dose of aggression there in his place. I like that. That's good. Wanderers have got a few things working for them.
Well, they've moved him to the midfield, so I think he's playing at outside center.
Yeah. Junior Benjamin.
Okay, so what's happening now is because of the hooker that was sent to the bin, there will need to be a substitute to Wanderers to have a front row replacement. Not this scrum will be uncontested, but yeah, that will be the last resort.
Yeah, not the right part of the field Wanderers want to be on if they want to get back into this game. 64th minute of play, and they're still down 29-0.
So the number 9 is coming off with Hebe coming back onto the field.
That's temporary, just for this scrum,
Yeah, for the next 10 minutes.
or for the next 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Or until whenever the yellow card comes back.
As a neutral fan watching this game, you really feel that Wanderers deserve some points.
Yeah.
But they have to get themselves into the right position on the field. And territorially, they've been losing that battle. They made some headway towards the end of the first half, and they actually look good for the last 5 or so minutes. But and now they find themselves deep in their territory, and they're feeding the scrum, but they need to come up with something. Comes out. He's that new man. He barely gets a kick on. It's not a good one. It's going to go out, you would think. Well, they still get a penalty, though. So even though that play broke down with an audacious pass out the back, they still had the advantage of a penalty. So center field, they point to the sideline, and they're going to need to really make sure that this one goes out. Try to pick up a bit too much territory on one of their kicks earlier on. It didn't go out, so this one needs to be made sure of, but it
No.
doesn't go out. That's the problem. This is Kake. Crusaders setting up for another phase. It's a box kick. Not sure that the men on the edge were told about it.
Thought they would have marked it.
Yeah, I thought so too, and he thought so too, but the referee was a bit late in awarding the free kick. And so he decided to play on. But once you've called mark, and the referee is within earshot, or hears you, should call a free kick, and defenders leave him alone. That's the other thing. You can call a mark, but you should also demonstrate it in the way you catch the ball and you position your feet, so the referee can at least get a visual on you. Some referees might not be looking at you, and they might not even hear you. You might have a problem with that. That's how you get cleaned up. That's how you become a stationary target. Okay, this lineout won by Wanderers. They go the short side. Maso called for it. Of course he called for it, and he gets it. And they go, it's another short side play. Okay, they're tempting fate a little bit. They go the other way now. Now it goes wider. The kick comes in. It goes straight up. The chasers are there. They take it nicely. It's come off him. One of the Gabbies has it for Crusaders. Yeah. Just can't take a trick at the moment. Wanderers, they're trying everything within their powers. They're just not getting anything back. James, he just got on the field. He's going to do the kicking for them. His kick should find touch. Yes, it does. Or does it not? I don't believe this. This is play on. Right into his lap. They've given it to him. Another 4-2 with his try. Wait, let me hold on. Hold on.
No, but
hold the phones, Benji. Hold the phones.
I think it was in touch already, so. If we would have jumped in the field of play and knocked it back.
Well, that's great, but guess what? The linesman on that side, he started running with the play. We're going to have a look at the stats, especially the possession. Possession-wise, 60-40. So Crusaders behind on that. Wanderers actually making a good fist of it. The problem is they've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah, they just failed to turn all that possession into points.
Yeah. And territorially as well, they've been kept inside their half. But Crusaders, so it also shows the fact that they haven't had as much of the ball. They haven't been able to score. But they could have scored on that play we just saw. They win this one. It's scrappy. Won by Wanderers. That man is stopped.
Warumi.
Too upright. He needs to get a bit lower, this ball carrier.
I think that's
Having said that, Maso also needs to get a bit lower. He gets dispossessed. That's what happens.
yeah, great work from Singut.
Yeah, Singut.
Went in over the ball, Jackal. Here's Maso still trying hard. Now comes to PL. Comes to Singut. Singut gives it to Hebe. And that pass.
Hey, Benji, I'm okay with that pass. But it's a forward pass according to the referee. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
If anything, I'd call it a line ball and just let play go. But, yeah, he had the right idea. And he actually got the man he wanted to, but that guy didn't catch the ball. He didn't take it in. Connect replay will show. Oh, this is a perfect angle. We're directly in the middle of the field, so we'll tell if his pass went forward. He throws it forward. Oh, well.
Yeah, it was forward, yeah.
Just half a meter. Come on, what's half a meter between friends, right? Come on.
But, yeah, so the player that was sent to the bin has returned.
Speaking of friends, we've got a player who's the size of two players coming on for Crusaders.
Yeah, in the front row is replacing Gabi.
Gabi's had a good game.
Yep. But, you know, this with this lead, it would be 10 minutes to go. It would be good to have some of your young players come on just to get that experience.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Benji. Blood them in a safe position. 10 minutes to go, less than 10 minutes actually.
And
29-0 ahead.
And also to like save and reserve some of your best players for the next week.
Yeah, gotta minimize the wear and tear.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys like to play full 80 minutes. Some guys like to play 280 minutes on the same game, on the same day, sorry. Yeah, that's right. Somebody just told us. We got the call from downstairs that, yeah, even the commentators would like to do 80 minutes. Two lots. Yeah, it's really hard work, you know. Heaving these words around, and you know what I mean?
Oh, Eddie Poe knocked it on, but I think there was a, offside penalty.
Oh, Kevin James now.
Is that knock on?
Yeah, he tapped it. That has to be a knock on.
No, I think he was playing advantage.
Well, he just dodged one then, Kevin James. Don't do it again.
Maybe if there was no one in 10 meters and if he would have knocked it on. We also have another replacement, the number 19 for Crusaders coming on.
Forward replacement.
Yeah, forward replacement. I think he'll be replacing the starting hooker. Gabby coming from the field.
Just on 8 minutes remaining. Crusaders in a very comfortable position, 29 points ahead. I think the game is out of reach, you'd have to say, for Wanderers. Question is, can they break that egg? Can they break that egg? That's the question. Kevin
Yes.
James.
Jerry Kevin.
Oh, Jerry Kevin, sorry. Did I say Kevin James? Oh, he's got that off. Well, I thought that he got it off in the fourth. He was in front there, but it doesn't matter. Crusaders heading towards the try line. Come under some heavy hitting from the defense there.
And it's a scoreless second half, so we could see the first points of and a hard running, and he runs into a strong three-man tackle.
Yeah, they were waiting for him. They were waiting for him. And this is Elijah, I think. Sindra now, his second row partner. Sindra's still out there. Great job by the big man. Can Crusaders add another try to that tally? 5 so far. They could get one. The dummy was thrown. He could have passed it.
He had the
He should have
overlap.
passed it. They might get another shot here. Oh, again, they're giving the ball to players in terrible positions. You got to set your man up.
And yeah, there's no one over him, and yeah, just poor ball security from the Crusaders at that last couple of breakdowns.
Yeah, just not showing awareness and urgency. I guess they're in the lead comfortably. They're going to win
Yeah.
this game, but it's no excuse. I mean, what do you train for all week? You need to ice these moments, these opportunities. Put your man in the best possible position, the ball carrier, to score a try or find someone who can. Anyway, let's let that be the problem of the coach. We'll just follow the play. PL with the throw-in. Nice and clean. Take is good. They put it out through the hands. He
Where's
gets rid of it.
Benjamin?
Oh, he had to reach back a little bit. Okay, this is Benjamin, Junior Benjamin. He throws it back infield. Surprising he didn't go on with it. Crusaders' defense, though, is really up to it. They're just harrying them, rushing them, forcing them back, just waiting for them. It's got all the time in the world, Crusaders. Singlet playing halfback at that ruck. Probably knew they were going to get a penalty. That's why he stepped in. Just on 5 minutes remaining in this first Premier Grade clash. Pepsi Capital Rugby Union round 12 here at Barber Park, Port Moresby. Nice Saturday afternoon. Wanderers trailing by 29. Can they get something before this match ends? I sure hope they can. We got some fans coming out here to see them. Loyal fans. Nice, another nice take at the top of the lineout, but the looseness of that ball is going to put them back under some pressure. This is in goal. He's caught. Benji, is that a 5-meter scrum? Tell me.
I believe it should be, but you know the ruling is with us is it's a goal line dropout.
Yeah, well, either way, the Crusaders team who did the hard work of catching that Wanderers player and keeping him in goal will still get the ball back. Who knows? They might launch and get another try, get their 6th one of the afternoon. Dropout's a twirly old one, goes into touch. Crusaders with this throw in, they'll set up, run a few phases, and then we might see something happening on the wider channels. First they have to win the lineout though.
Was that a dummy?
Yeah, could be.
Yep.
Oh, short arm.
Short
yes.
arm.
Well,
That was
that's an age-old sin that you should be aware of. You don't do that. Don't
think-
fake the throw-in.
yeah. And that was a league type.
Oh, jeez.
Tap the ball.
Attention to detail is letting Wanderers down. In their haste to get a quick tap, You need to, the ball needs to leave your grasp, make contact with your foot. And Nick Berry is going to take charge of the main game. Referee Nick Berry, that's the one between Valley Hunters and Juggernauts. After this one has about just less than 3 minutes remaining. Nick Berry there on the screen at the moment. He took charge of the match that was played up in Pomis a couple of weeks back. And now Crusaders looking to get that ball closer inside the 22. It doesn't work for them this occasion. Wanderers happy to just take one phase and then they're going to put it out. No, it won't go out. It'll go center field. You're almost inviting Crusaders to have another shot at you. They're fanned out, trying to get the defensive. This is Dowry. Dowry, they get to him and they smack him pretty good.
That was a strong tackle and also a high one as well.
Dowry stays down. Yeah, Kevin not happy there. Look, I think Kevin, Connect replay will show this. Dowry running down before he gets clipped from the side and he runs into his shoulder as well. So from the side, a little bit of a back slap there came across his neck area, and then as he was going downward, he collected a shoulder. Yeah, Kevin wasn't happy about not just the tackle itself, but the way that his failed teammate was stepped over. Show a bit of respect. Come on, guys.
Yeah, the referee having a word with both captains. Bruno Sindra for the Crusaders and Joel Piel for Wanderers. We have 2 players being called over.
Gee, I'm not sure they got the right guy. Well, what's this for? This might be for. Well, Dario was on the receiving end, yes. Well, who was the guy? Who was the guy who put him out?
All 3 players sent to the bin.
All 3? You are kidding me. Okay. Well, we'll know soon enough how many guys are leaving the field. Definitely the gentleman in the white shorts. He should be getting his traveling papers, if I'm not mistaken. Well, they're looking for the culprit. This is an investigation. A full-scale investigation has been launched into who did what, when, and where. And now they're calling in Junior Benjamin. What did he do?
He was nowhere near the. I think this is for a previous incident.
All right. Well, bottom line is we're going to have a couple of guys leaving a little earlier than expected. And we're already on the 80th minute mark. So this is really academic. Doesn't mean anything. Unless yellow cards carry to the next game. I don't think they do. 2 men leaving the field.
So
Okay.
2 Wanderers players and one Crusader being sent to the bin.
Yeah, it must have had something to do with the scuffle following the tackle. Wasn't really much of a scuffle. Wasn't anything but a scuffle. Well, anyway, they're going to attack. New man on the field. He promotes the ball. Crusaders looking for a try to end this match. Next mistake, game over. Where's the support? The pass goes back. There wasn't anyone close enough. Benji, is this for offside maybe?
I believe so. I believe it was for that high tackle earlier on.
Kevin running for that try line. Will he get there? He needs support.
He shot his lifted and driven back.
That's good defense from Wanderers.
That's great defense. They have numbers
Pass out. If
both
they just
ways.
put it out through the hands, a man will score, and he does. That's the 11 for Crusaders, putting an exclamation point on this game for the side that's in the lead, 29 points to nil. That turns into 34 with the kick to come, and that's how it's going to end. If the conversion doesn't go over, it's going to be 34-0. If it does, 36. Connect replay will show just smart play, putting it through the hands. No one trying to be a star individually. They know the man at the edge has the best chance of scoring a try, untouched, and that's what he does. Crusaders, 34, up, kick to come. Man in the 11 jersey, Roy John. Roy John. This is Daria, the man who was clipped earlier and he took a tumble. So it looks like he's regained 100% faculties. He's sweet, good to go, and he gets the kick conversion after the whistle. Add an extra 2 if he wants to, if he can. Nice little cherry on top of the cake for Crusaders. Bad news for Wanderers, they've been kept scoreless. Something for them to work on in the week. Crusaders doing the job here. That 1 to 12 betting is gone out the window. They're going to win by 30 plus. This conversion is straight, not straight enough. Stays to the left. So the final score here at the Pepsi Capital Rugby in a round 12 Premier Grade fixture, first one of the Saturday afternoon here at Barber Park. It's Crusaders 34, easily defeating Wanderers 0.